Hello and welcome to another Driven Catalyst live stream. I just got 3 error messages while trying to boot up this live stream, so I'm gonna go double check on that. But today's gonna be a laid back stream. I'm not phoning it in because it's Monday, but I just think it's design day and we're gonna be chill and casual about it. I think that's the vibe. I'm going to play iPad Baby for a bit. I have some design work that I can get done on Procreate on my iPad, and so I'm going to do that live. Looks like everything's going fine with the stream. I will say, as I went to set it up, the error message I got just said forbidden, which is the start to most action adventure films. I'm about to do Jumanji 3 live before you. Are we on Jumanji 3 in terms of the reboots? I guess we're probably not numbering them because Jumanji 1. Yeah, so we've got Jumanji Welcome to the Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, Jumanji The Next Level. So it would be number 3. In terms of reboots, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The word forbidden felt pretty severe to use for a computer error message. But here we are, live, and nothing forbidden is going on here. Apparently last week, I had an error with my streaming software, and it resulted in just like an outstanding upcoming live stream notification on our channel. So I'm like keeping an eye out for Selena. Selena being error messages and outstanding live stream notifications that are unwanted. But basically, we have a fun new project. And I'm not like the primary person doing the artwork for it, but I am wanting to try my hand at getting some of the sketches for it done. And so that means I brought my iPad into work, and I haven't done a whole lot of drawing since getting I have an iPad Pro. I used to have a Surface Pro, Surface Book, whatever. That's like when I got into graphic design and digital artwork. I was quite literally obsessed with Kate McKinnon from SNL. And if I talked about it anymore, I was going to rapidly lose people in my life. And so I got into graphic design so that I wouldn't have to annoy the people around me. Not that they wouldn't absolutely tolerate it and be so supportive and fun. Just like there's only so much you can expect of loved ones sometimes. So I just it was a good way to harness all of my intense energy. So I got into doing digital artwork because I had a touchscreen iPad, because I don't know if y'all remember the Disney Channel original movie Read It and Weep, where her doodle diary, wow, I really need to watch that. That's such a good movie. Her doodle diary gets printed out and shared with the school and becomes a published book, and then everyone figures out wait, is this play about us? It was Euphoria before Euphoria was Euphoria. And I don't know, drama arises. The Panabaker sisters, are they canonically sisters? I was going to say 90% sure. I'm going to go with 60% sure they actually are. But yeah, that was a great film. Naturally, though, it made me, and this was pre-iPad for the most part. It made me want a touchscreen computer my whole life. And so then I had a Windows Surface Book and kind of had no business wanting one because I didn't do digital art yet. Did I? I don't think so. I think I just would play touchscreen chess. So then it all worked out when I got bit by the digital artwork bug, and now here we are. I do graphic design as part of one of the hats I wear. But yeah, it has been a minute since I've like just really locked in and worked on something. I do a lot of, as you can tell from my New Music Friday live streams and such, music is something I'm super duper into. I'm into music and books, you know, super highbrow, unique. No, just like those are the things that I most common will be like obsessed with, and then channel the energy into doing like a concert poster, like a mock-up concert poster or whatever. Or I do a lot of like fake merch and stuff like that. But I haven't really learned the ropes of Procreate yet. I think I got, golly, what was it called? Whatever. Basically, if you look up Windows Surface Book artwork app, I had the paid version of whatever the most common thing is. My Apple Pencil is dead. I don't know how, but I guess I'm just gonna, since this is all pretty casual, I'm gonna use my finger while it charges. Must have stored it in my, see my little horse girl Bagoo tablet sleeve? It's so cute to me. Sometimes when I slide my iPad into the sleeve, it disconnects from the Apple Pencil, and then nightmare, because then my Apple Pencil's not charged and I need it. But yeah. So the style for this project that we're working on right now is pretty awesome. It's sort of streetwear-y. It's a little bit like lino cut, wood cut, a little with some of the line work. But it leans way more like comic book style, which is perfect because that's primarily the kind of artwork that we did for our Eagle 9 Locked. I say we, wasn't me that did the cool impressive art, but I adapted them into the actual comic book covers, and part of that process was taking the beautifully shaded really cool artwork and flattening it and then making it more of like the classic inked style comic book two-dimensional look. And so I think for this project too, I may be doing some similar finishing of things, and changing like and adding in different lines and stuff. And so I just want to make sure all hands are on deck, or just that I'm prepared for that and that my skills are sharpened, which is why I'm like not screen sharing anything. I'm just kind of hopping on live and talking to you all while I work through this. Man, okay, so my Apple Pencil is at 23% now, which is great. Initially, in my thumbnail, I was doing the little pencil behind the ear, and it just like wasn't looking like an Apple Pencil, so we didn't end up doing that for the thumbnail. But the thought was there, and I thought it was going to be cute. Man, I just like have not much luck with this Apple Pencil when it's low on battery. I really, really haven't gotten the hang of using Procreate and the Apple Pencil yet. And I do need to like spend time on it and get back into doing more design work in my free time. But I haven't been very productive with my free time of recent because, I don't know, when it's not like school and in my free time I have all this creative energy, instead it's like work and you do creative work. I don't know, it's hard to like fit in doing it just for dumb stuff. Usually what it is like a holiday will come up and I'll do a lot of like gifts. I'll do artwork for gifts and stuff. That's like not my only go-to thing, but I have certainly done that my fair amount. What is the last thing I did like that? Oh, okay. When I did all of the comic books for Eagle 9 Locked, I did a comic cover for my dad for Christmas that year too. So that's probably like the last thing I did, I think. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. I did something more recently than that. But I didn't use my iPad for it. That one was I like drew on pen and paper and then scanned it into Adobe Illustrator, which frankly is an underrated, I don't think it's actually underrated. I'm sure many people use that method. Um, I guess just since I first started everything with digital, uh, I think of it as underrated, because that's not what I've traditionally done. I've started on digital and then you vectorize it. So when I actually put pen to paper, I was like, this is novel. How lovely. Yeah. See, I'm like joking, like, ha ha ha, I'm playing iPad baby. But like, I really am in that generation where I don't think I was an iPad baby. I paid my dues, did my time going to Buffalo Wild Wings and asking for the little game consoles that you play, like Hangman, except a shark eats a fish every time you get a guess wrong. Yeah. I am a pre-Ziosk kid. Um, but like, what is it? The first iPad I came into contact with was at Sunday school. My Sunday school teacher had one. And I think that was a Gen 1 iPad that she had. And that was probably when I was like in first or second grade. I like first saw an iPad and thought, oh my God, that's so cool. I want one. And then many years and Christmas savings and stuff went by before I finally pulled together my money and like bought myself, I think I have a Gen 8, 6, I don't know. I have like an old one that I finally got and loved and then kind of stopped using because it was so old. And then finally 2 years ago, I had been during college, my Surface Book died on me mid-editing project. So I had to go and get a new laptop. It made it to the end of the semester, I think. So I was like having to reboot that Surface Book through final projects and stuff. Because of course I'm like video editing for all these final projects. But it got me through, and then it was one of those, like, Christmas came, and Christmas, get a whole bunch of extra cash and such and pull it all together, and this counts as a quarter of, I don't know, stuff like that. Obviously, that's a very lucky. Laptops are expensive. But yeah, it was time I had to get one to finish up school. And then I just stopped doing digital art. No, but I did it way less because at that point I was just using a MacBook. My Surface Book was fried. I think I then I could boot it up and only use it to draw, and then it would crash for a little bit. And then like 2 years into having this, no, because we're at like almost 3 now. A summer ago, maybe the summer before last, I was like, I don't do art anymore. I only do it for work. Maybe I would be more productive in my free time if I had the right tools. And so I like thought about it for a bit and then got this iPad. And I'm disappointed in myself to report that I have not been using it as much as I wish I did. But here we are now. I'm using it. I follow a lot of artists that do they do digital work, but it looks like they're using oil pastels and crayons. And I'm sure you've seen that. At least it was recommended to me a lot, which I mean is accurate. 'Cause I eat that stuff up. I love it. But I expect that y'all know what I'm talking about. Like if you're watching this, you maybe have seen those like beautiful little poetic quotes or whatever, like encouraging things that are cute. And then like maybe an oil pastel orange or like oil pastel moth or something like that. Or I get a lot of horses and sheep. I mean, I follow these particular artists at this point because I like them. But that is the style I really like. And people will post what Procreate brushes they use. But I feel like I just like figured out all of the scatter points or whatever and all the different whatever with the brushes and the other software I used. Well, it's like Snap something is what I feel like it was called. But it was like red and the icon was like a little pencil on Windows. I had just gotten the hang of setting all of those things though. And then, of course, that laptop died. Isn't that how it goes? I was pretty crazy to think about now, but I would put stickers, like I had all my cool stickers on the laptop itself. Kind of crazy. I feel like, because with MacBooks or whatever, you get the little snap-on case and then you put the stickers on the snap-on case. No. I had stickers on my Surface Book. Which ended up being fine because they looked great up until the end. But that's my issue, is they looked awesome. So I have so many great stickers on that laptop, spanning from like high school to end of college. And I'm so sad that I don't know. I'm sad that they're no longer with us. So now I have I have a clear case on this and I just stick stickers inside of it. And I don't unpeel the backing, so they still can live to stick another day. But isn't that just the thing? But I would feel so cool. I would go to a coffee shop. Oh, the nib of my Apple Pencil just fell off. What on earth? Okay, well, I guess that's a good stopping point. What have we been live for 20 minutes? Yeah, it's been 20 minutes of chit chat. I'm going to find the nib of this. I've never run into this before. But of course, we gotta hit all the fun things that can happen on a live stream. We gotta do them all. It's a Monday. But I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We did graphic design, do video work, UI work Wednesday. So we'll do something with video work tomorrow. And it'll be good. Okay. Talk to you then. Goodbye.